Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Phoenix Christian football pregame show here with myself, Nicholas Petrisky. And first off, folks, I just want to say, for those tuning in, first of all, thank you for tuning in early. Thank you, and thank you for your support of Phoenix Christian football tonight and throughout the season. It's been an honor for me personally to be the broadcaster for all 10 games this season. It's been a great experience, and hopefully it'll continue into Game 11 a week from today, November 3rd. As your Phoenix Christian Cougars currently sitting at 7-2, looking to go 8-2 and finish off the year with a very, very positive record and only 2 really tough losses earlier in the year. Tonight, the Cougars take on Kingman Academy. The Tigers coming into tonight's matchup 3-6, looking to pick up win number 4 on the year. You can see the Phoenix City behind me here on the campus of Phoenix Christian Prep, and let's meet those Phoenix Christian Cougars, the Kingman Academy Tigers that your Phoenix Christian Cougars will be facing. Oh, we got a lot of scary cat in the family here on this field tonight for senior night and also homecoming night for those coming back and for those celebrating homecoming. Well, tonight, expected starting quarterback, senior Kason Short for Kingman Academy. Short, a senior, has been taking the pregame reps and will be the starter. Stats, only able to get 6 games of stats here. He's completing about 50% of his passes for 981 yards, 6 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Also has 2 rushing touchdowns on the year. Not bad numbers, not the best that Phoenix Christian has seen. Obviously, we've seen Tyson Buckley early on in the year with Camp Verde. No quarterback will be like him, at least in the regular season. He's the best that Phoenix Christian has faced and probably will face in their journey this season. Running back-wise, look for Jeremiah Olave. Olave listed on the roster and in pregame very clearly the shortest member of Kingman Academy's football team, listed at 5'4". Think about Darren Sproles in the NFL, very short. Even a Deuce Vaughn, if you will, very short, fast, agile, able to change his direction very quickly. Coming into tonight, he has 234 yards rushing and also 3 catches. But again, a piece that you might see Kingman Academy try to employ in the game to try to confuse Phoenix Christian. Defensively, look out for linebacker Mason Anderson. He's also one of the captains, 45 tackles on the year that leads Kingman Academy so far. And really, what else? Well, this is a Kingman Academy team that's not going to go away. I had a chance to talk to a lot of Phoenix Christian players after practice yesterday, and the general consensus was that, hey, we kind of went into Mountainside last week. We were a little bit lax, still came out with the shutout win, but this team is a lot better. They have a lot more bigger athletes, faster athletes, stronger athletes, and they're not going to go away. Even though their season might be done after today, they don't want to go out on a loss. They are going to play as hard as they can play and try to upset Phoenix Christian here on senior night and homecoming. A big night for Phoenix Christian, trying to play the role of spoiler. And well, now let's flip it over to your Phoenix Christian Cougars here and what to expect. Well, a gesture that is very nice by Coach Jason Kindred. Everyone, whether you are hurt or whether you are not able to play, will be suiting up tonight. Not everyone will be playing, of course, due to injury, but you saw Jaden Solanas out there. You even saw Xavier Sandoval taking some snaps pregame, even trying to throw. Whether we will see him or not will be the mystery. I doubt we will. Cyrus told me himself, as well as coaching staff here at Phoenix Christian, that he will be the starter tonight after dislocating his elbow against Cortez a few weeks ago. So expect him to see. He's still able to throw. Dislocated his left. He is a righty, so able to still throw the ball on those play-action passes to Dominic Paris and Cassius Grimwade that I like to see, but that Coach Kindred likes to run himself. And well, defensively, I think you got to look no further than the addition of Pablo Hernandez. Hernandez playing in only his 3rd game tonight, a wrestler by trade, really very loyal to wrestling. On his senior night announcement, said he really wants to pursue wrestling post-Phoenix Christian in college and try to continue to play. But really, he's been a force to be reckoned with since he's been on the field at defensive tackle, at linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He's played basically every single position in the front 7 here for the Cougars, and he's been a very, very good ad. Another midseason ad that is playing in his 8th game tonight is Zaire Smith. Zaire Smith, a big part of that defensive line that has been very, very stout and very good as the Cougars are running onto the field right now. They'll introduce the seniors as well. Kickoff coming in about 11 minutes, maybe sooner. Once that does, we'll flip the camera, and we will... Sorry, there are a couple fireworks here. I'll try to flip the camera here. You can see the smoke from the fireworks as The Cougars will come onto the field now, but to wrap it up, really, a couple late season adds for the Cougars have been really impactful defensively. And then, of course, offensively, it's been very tough. We've seen a lot of starting quarterbacks: Xavier Sandoval, Joe Fajardo, Renteria, even Michael Harmon getting in there, who we might even see tonight. A lot of quarterbacks that have played, and, well, they've really fought through adversity, Phoenix Christian. They've been able to use those 4 quarterbacks to their advantage, use the run game, rely on the legs of Willis and Scroggins here in the really later half of the season. We're going to take a break here before we head to the game. Kickoff coming once again momentarily in about 10 minutes. Well, we'll step aside here and be back with Phoenix Christian football here on the Phoenix Christian Football YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere, folks, because this is Phoenix Christian Football on the Phoenix Christian Football YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere. Welcome to downtown Phoenix, Arizona, here on the campus of Phoenix Christian Prep for Phoenix Christian Football here on the Phoenix Christian Football YouTube channel. My name is Nicholas Petrisky, and I'm honored to be joined alongside you here tonight. Cougars will receive the opening kickoff, and something that they've been very successful on is scoring on the opening drive. Something that they've almost made their bread and butter on, coming out of the gates very fast and fluid. Kingman Academy, a 3-hour drive here from the campus of Phoenix Christian. Jackson Noble on start of the game as he'll squib it, try to go onside, and, well, that's just going to kind of die about 5 yards off. That'll be illegal touching against the Tigers here to start off.
After that
and we'll see the Phoenix Christian Cougar offense led by quarterback Cyrus Renteria. Renteria out last week at Mountainside with a dislocated elbow, suffered against Cortez. Cyrus back and feeling good. I had the chance to talk to him after practice. He said he feels good, still able to throw the ball and basically do everything that he could do normally. Cougars start with the ball on the Tigers' 45-yard line. Power tee. No, it won't be. It'll actually be almost a wing tee. Pitch goes to Willis. He'll cut up, bounce off of blockers, reverse field. A second time, Willis refuses to go down, out all the way to the 35.
Carried by number 6, Javian Willis, refusing to be taken down.
What a run by Javian Willis. First play, first down for the Cougars. So Willis just had his jersey grabbed a couple times and really just didn't want to go down. 1st and 10 from the 35. Handoff goes to Scroggins up the right side, pushing forward. Line still helping him get a couple extra yards. Depending on spot, it might be a first down or a 2nd and short. And far side line judge says first down. That's 2 for 2 to start off this drive. It's what you love to see from your offensive line, just pushing that pile forward, trying to get extra yards. Here's Scroggins Willis breaking a tackle or two out all the way shy of the 15-yard line.
Willis again, barreling his way through the defense. A gain of 9 on the
So the streak of first downs
2nd and short.
Looks like it'll end. Ball spotted on the Tigers' 16-yard line. Bring up a 2nd and 1, and Cougar offense moving the ball effortlessly here in the first quarter. Handoff goes to Willis off the left side on a reverse, and he'll have more than enough for a Phoenix Christian first down.
Number 6 with the carry again, enough for a Cougar first down.
You know, you love to see the mix-up. You go center, you go right, you go left. You bring it back on a little bit of a reverse, mixing up the looks that Kingman Academy is going to see early on here and to keep the defense guessing here throughout the game. Scroggins off the right side following his blockers, eventually brought down by a couple of Tigers at the 5. Leading the way is Mason Anderson, one of the captains.
2nd down and short.
It'll be 2nd down and short. Be 2nd and maybe about 3. Cougars need the 2 for a first down. Handoff off the left side, and for a loss is going to be Javian Willis. Anderson, the tackler once again for a loss of about 3.
Tonight we would like to honor many.
It'll bring up a 3rd and about 7.
We want to welcome the class of 1963.
Ball spotted.
We're so glad you're here.
On the 8-yard line, Cougars need the 2. Actually, it'll be a 3rd and 6.
Big 3rd down here for the Cougars as they seek to put some points on the board.
Cougars come out, power tee. Play action pass, Renteria looking. Try to flip it to Paris. Paris unable to get there.
Incredible effort there by number 3.
Rush was coming from the Tigers, and
for the pass, bringing up 4th down.
Well, really, Paris just a little bit too far outstretched of his arms, and after such a positive first couple plays, Phoenix Christian drive stalling a little bit. Cougars decide to go for it. And what's this we're going to see? Got 5 receivers out to the right. Renteria, pass, thrown to Willis, catches it up, but nowhere to go after he catches it. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Conversion is going to be unsuccessful.
Keegan Parlanti on the tackle, and
8-yard line.
a very, very rare sight as the Cougars turn the ball over
The Cougars will
on their
focus
opening
first to
drive.
take the field on defense.
It's something that the Cougars have really made their bread and butter on, scoring on the opening drive. Kingman Academy pulling the old Bill Belichick and just really refusing to let the Cougars score once they got inside the red zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Tigers' own 8-yard line. Cason Short, the quarterback. A bunch look to the right. Short will hand it off to running back Olave as he'll be brought down quite hard by Pablo Hernandez.
Pretty quickly. Gain of about 1.5 yards, bringing up 2nd down and long for the Tigers.
Jeremiah Olave, the ball carrier, only for a gain of about 2.
There's still $58 million left for corporations to claim.
Tonight's attendance
This
estimated about 2,000, and by my looks, it's probably more than that here at Phoenix Christian tonight for homecoming. Bunch left look now for Kingman Academy. Short, hands off to Olave once again off the left side, met by a whole load of Cougars. There for a loss of about 2. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Bringing up a long 3rd down for the Tigers.
Looks like we have a penalty, and it'll be a false start against the Tigers. And looks like that penalty is declined by Jason Kindred, wisely so.
Long 3rd down for the Tigers. Come on, Cougar fans.
Coach Kindred in his 8th game as head coach for Phoenix Christian after being suspended for the game against Benson after an incident in the Camp Verde game. It'll be 3rd and 11. Tigers backed up. Read option, and Short's going absolutely nowhere, even a loss of about 1.
Tackle, perhaps for a loss.
We'll bring up 4th and, well, a lot, and no hesitation here from Coach Sean Windecker as he'll send the punt unit out. Really good job by the Phoenix Christian defense to get the ball back to their offense very quickly, forcing a 3 and out. And now you play the field position game with a punter that we don't know much about. It will be Parlanti. He'll punt end over end, caught by Rondan at the 30. Makes a man miss near the 30, cutting back inside, trying to follow his blockers. Eventually stood up and brought down at the 25.
A great return there.
So you say no harm, no foul, really, on that. A quick 3 and out forced by the PC defense. And
feel free to check in your kids into the kids.
Now the Cougar offense has their shot to put the ball in the end zone for the very first time here tonight.
First through 3rd quarters.
7:01 left to play here in the first quarter. Score still tied 0-0. Hand off to Willis. He'll follow his blockers off the left side, and a potentially touchdown-saving tackle just past the 20 by Short. We'll bring up 2nd and 2.
Just shy of the 1st down. Carry of about 9 yards.
Willis, the
However,
early favorite on. And there will be a flag, a hold against the Cougars. So a flag first against
going to move your Cougars back.
The Tigers. Last drive, and now the Cougars, the guilty party on that one. And a wipe out an 8-yard run. to make it first and about 20. Maybe third and 19, depending on the spot. Handoff goes to Scroggins up the middle. Scroggins almost had some daylight. Nathan Golden, the big man up the middle, being able to get Scroggins' legs. Scroggins missed last week's game at Mountainside with an oblique injury, but he's back, just like his quarterback Renteria. Second and 13. Willis cuts up the middle, makes another man miss, stiff-armed the man. Down inside the 5 is Javian Willis as a couple flags fly. We'll wait to see the damage of who caused what. It looked like a face mask
Like there might be a
against the Tigers.
We'll let the ref sort this one out.
Looks like the defender that brought Willis down grabbed a little bit of his face mask, and that is the call of face mask. Result of the play is a first down, so penalties half the distance to the goal. Cougars with the ball once again on the 2 here with 6:07 left to play in the first quarter. Last time they were inside the 5, Cougars unable to punch it in. Looking to get 6 points right here. Hand off to Willis. Willis easily barreling his way in for a Cougar touchdown.
Number 6, taking it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars!
Guess the Phoenix Christian Pyrotechnic team in full swing today, as we had some literal fireworks after that touchdown, as Adu Asalefu on to try the point after. Kick is up, and it is good.
And the extra point is good. Your
and with
Cougars
5:47 left to play here in the
Kingman
first quarter,
Cougars.
Cougars lead the Tigers 7-0.
Cougar fans, we have plenty of legend shirts and crew necks at the team shop. Stop by and grab your spirit wear today.
Kind of call that a do-over drive almost for the offense. After the opening drive touchdown streak ends at home, place where maybe you wouldn't expect it to, but I guess the streak is over. The pressure is off to score on every opening drive so far. Kingman Academy making the trip southeast here to Phoenix. Total drive time from the two schools' campuses, about 3 hours even. Tigers looking to sneak a win here at the end of the year.
To receive. Phoenix Christian ready to kick
Although
this one off.
Pretty much eliminated from playoff contention at all, as a record of 3-6, not even close to where they might want to be. We've seen the Cougars go onside kick. Tigers went onside kick earlier, something they like to do, as they do squib it. Ball gets past the 50, bouncing around. Cougars sidelines say they have it. Cassius Grimwaite says they have it. Far side line judge points for Kingman Academy, as it looks like it will be Kingman Academy ball at the 46. You almost saw Adu Asalefu pull a Pat McAfee and grab it himself. Just mistimed it a little bit. Timing has run a little bit later, might have been able for Adu to really just fall on the ball. Get the ball back for Phoenix Christian. 1st and 10 from the Tigers' own 46-yard line, their best field position of today by far. Short. Gets a snap. Quick throw. Pass is dropped by Anderson.
Great pass there from the Kingman quarterback, but it was dropped. Bringing up 2nd down and
on the
10.
coverage there was Dominic Paris, one of the many seniors.
Did you notice the championship tint on the football field? We're celebrating the
here on the
legends of
field tonight, and
2004 championship teams
during
for
the
football,
senior
baseball, cheer,
ceremony
and tennis.
earlier in the game, it was said that Dominic Paris wants to go to the Air Force once he graduates and become an engineer in the Air Force. That's something I could never dream of doing, either in the military or being an engineer. But all the more power to you, Dom. 2nd and 10. Short. Looks left, now in trouble. Steps up. Sliding and eventually brought down just shy of the 50. Flag. Run back at the 38. Bringing Short down was Hernandez once again, and it'll be a hold against the Cougars. Coach Kindred wants an explanation as do I. Not sure how you call defensive holding. It looked like the Cougar that was most distraught by the call was Zaire Smith. And now very quickly, the Tigers have the ball on the Cougar 37. Tiger huddle took place all the way back at about the 35, so they have to jog about 20 yards to get to the ball here. 1st and 10 from the Cougar 37. Short on the end around give to Parlanti, and he'll get a big gain all the way up inside the 25, maybe at the 24, a first down for the Tiger offense. Some good misdirection there. You saw the stack right from the Tiger offense, and then just Parlanti almost kind of sneaking in behind. Really some good misdirection there in the backfield by the Tigers. 1st and 10. Ball on the Cougar 23. Kingman looking to even the score. Short gets the snap. Looking left, fires, passes, picked off by Rondan. Trying to bring it back and all the way
And that's going to be an
to
interception
the Phoenix
by number
Christian
14 of your
25.
Cougars defense.
Short kind of just airmailed that over the
Tonight
head
we have
of
a special
Anderson.
guest.
And
She was crowned queen in
well,
1916.
Rondan,
Welcome, Donna Ritter.
after getting an
Donna said when she was
interception
crowned queen, she was in a
last
state of shock
week,
and a daze of unbelief.
gets an
Since then,
interception
Donna has
this
lived a
week.
beautiful life working as a
Back-to-back
guidance counselor and
games with the
community
pick.
college teacher. Welcome, Donna.
Cougars 1st and 10 from their own 25. Pitch goes left to Willis. Willis with a little bit of space here on the left sideline. Escorting
Once again, who else but
Willis out of
number
bounds
6,
at the 42.
leading
is
your Cougars
Short.
down the field. Another first down.
You saw the right end there. I believe it was Gabe Torres. Just completely lost his contain. Got sucked in, and you never want to give Javian Willis that much space. First down, Willis. Ball carrier again, making men miss 3-4. Eventually being brought down on the Cougar logo near
Javian Willis again
midfield
having none
at the
to do with
48.
the defender's attempts to stop him.
Willis already a
Gain of about
major
6 on the play.
problem for
Second down.
the Tiger defense, seeing almost every play he's like he's making a man miss. Second and 4 for the Cougar offense. Handoff goes to Scroggins off the right side as he'll carry a man
It's gonna be
a couple
just
yards,
short
but
of the
just
first
shy of the
down.
first down at
Third down and
now
1
in
to go.
Kingman Academy territory at their own 49. 3rd and 1, and you got to think this is easily 4-down territory for Coach Jason Kindred and the Cougar offense. 3rd and 1. Handoff to Willis, and making a great
Defense
tackle
sniffed that one out
behind the
pretty
line of
quick.
scrimmage is
The
Mason
loss of
Anderson.
About 3 on the play, bringing up 4th
He's
down.
made 2 really big tackles on
5 to
3rd
go.
down. And a 3rd and 1 turning into a 4th and
Cougar
3.
offense looks to stay on the
Cougar
field,
offense
hoping
stays
to
on the
convert
field.
this.
4th and 3. Cougars
Flag on the play. That's
get
gonna be on the
Anderson to jump
defense,
offside, being a little too aggressive.
and that'll be enough.
You saw
to
Anderson
bring up
try
the
to
first
time the
down
snap
for
of the
the
ball.
Phoenix Christian offense.
And without doing any work, the Cougar offense gets a free
Do
first
you know
down.
families who are seeking a top-tier private Christian education right in the
First
heart of
down
the city?
and
The
10
next campus
from
visit is January 27th.
the Tiger 46-yard line. Here's Scroggins up the middle. Well, power forward for about 4 on the
Number
play.
5 takes out for a gain of about 4 yards. If you're interested in that campus visit, you can register at www.phoenixchristian.org.
You see Renteria with the brace on his left elbow, not hindered too much to give it to Willis or Scroggins in the backfield. Willis, the ball carrier, as he'll be taken down for a loss of 1. A couple of Tigers in there for the tackle. Sebastian Lee
bringing up 3rd down and long,
leading the way. 3rd and 7 from the Tiger 43. I would expect maybe another chance of that play action pass from Coach Kindred. Here comes play action pass. Renteria looking for Paris. All wide open at the 25, 20, 15. One man to beat is Paris. 5. Touchdown, Cougars. Dominic Paris with his 5th receiving touchdown on the year, and none bigger than that one. Asalefu on to try the point after to make this a 14-0 ball game with a minute to go in the first quarter. Kick is up, and it is good. Cougars lead 14-0. I want to go back to that touchdown. For those listening at home, that's the beauty and why Coach Kindred loves to run this power T style offense. If you run it, you get 5 yards, great. But guess what? It sets up that play action. You saw Short, who is playing free safety, completely lost with his eyes in the backfield. And really, Paris could make that catch. Grimwade could have made that catch. I could have made that catch, and I think Coach Kindred could have made that catch as well. Just an overall great play call at the exact right time from the Cougars as they lead 14-0. A minute exactly left to play in the first quarter. Asalefu on to do the kicking duties. We've seen him take over the kicking duties from Israel Torres last game at Mountainside and so far through this game here tonight. Cougars spread out opposed to being bunched up. Asalefu, right-footed squib kick off of a couple Tiger and eventually catching the ball off of a crazy deflection and falling at the 43 is Gabe Torres.
They're going to be taking over on their own.
Saw that ball ricochet off of 2 Tiger frontmen, one of them being Nathan Golden, and Golden, a lineman, playing right guard. Usually you don't see linemen out there on kickoff return anymore in high school, college, or the NFL. After the disembodiment of the wedge technique that a lot of NFL teams used for a while. Now you see more linebackers and tight end types on the field. 1st and 10 from the Tigers on 43. Handoff goes to Olave. Olave with nowhere really to run. And bring him down for a loss of a couple is Michael Harmon. That's textbook Michael Harmon right there. And You just see him really read the play
Bringing up
well.
second down
As a
and long.
linebacker, once you're taught, you shuffle. You see that play go outside, once you get in, boom, upwards, fire in the gap. And that's something that Harmon does so well for the Cougar defense, is really fly up, read the play first, and fly up but not overcommit and make a great play for a loss of 4. 3rd and 14 coming up here for Kingman Academy. A reverse by the Tigers, not going anywhere, as
Another great stop by the Cougar
a
defense.
horde of Cougars bring him down, led by Hernandez
Bringing
and
up the
Hawking.
end of the first quarter.
And they'll end the first quarter
And a
with
third
the score,
down
your Phoenix
and
Christian Cougars
long.
14 and the Kingman Academy Tigers nothing. That was Gunnar Steed, the ball carrier, another one of the captains. Steed listed 6'3", 225, a hard frame to bring down, but
Just so you're
we'll
aware,
take
it's
a
the
quick
bottom of the
break
sixth.
here
The D-backs are up 5 to the Rangers 3.
from campus of Phoenix Christian here. Don't go anywhere, because this is Phoenix Christian football right here on the Phoenix Christian Football YouTube channel. Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona, here on the campus of
All right, Cougar fans,
Phoenix
it's
Christian.
third
My name is
down.
Nicholas Petrisky,
It's time to get
here
loud.
on the Phoenix Christian Football YouTube channel. To start the second quarter, Cougars leading the Tigers 14-0. 3rd and 14. Short gets the snap. Looking left now, flushed out, immediately brought down by what seems like almost every Phoenix Christian defensive lineman. I think the only one not to get in there was Pablo Hernandez. I don't know who the sack is going to be credited to there. I think it's Grimwade that might have make his case for getting there first and recording the sack on the stat sheet. If so,
Kingman lines up for the punt.
that is
Number 6
Grimwade's
for the
second
Cougars is
sack
back to receive.
of the year. Willis with his heels at his own 40, set to receive the punt from Parlanti. Snap is low. Kingman Academy goes for the fake. It's going to be batted away by Dominic Paris.
Attempt at a trick play results in a knockdown pass by the Cougar defense. Meaning it's a turnover
bold
on
choice
downs, and your offense takes the field
by Coach
once
Windecker.
again.
And the Tigers, I guess now is a good of a time to run any. Down 14 in the second quarter to try to get some momentum back. But you saw Paris nearly pick it off, but it might have actually been better just to bat it away, as Paris had a couple Tigers around him ready to make a tackle. Now the Cougars with their best starting field position of the night at the Kingman Academy 30. Pitch goes to Willis. Willis patiently following his blocks. I beg your pardon,
Pitch
that's
to number 5
Scroggins.
with the carry.
Patiently following
Gain
his
of about
blocks out
4-3
to
on
the
play,
26.
bringing up second down.
Second and 6, ball spotted. It looks like on the 26-yard line. Handoff to Scroggins up the middle. He has blockers in front of him, breaking a tackle and then
Number
eventually
5,
brought down
Brandon Scroggins yet again
just
with
past
a carry,
20
and another Cougars first
by
down.
Anthony Martinez. That'll be
This
more than enough
1-2
for
punch of
a Cougar
number 5
first down.
Scroggins and number 6 Willis has been really tough to stop for the Kingman defense.
First and 10, ball spotted at the 18-yard line. 10:09 left to play in the second quarter. Handoff to Scroggins up the middle. Dragging a man all the way down to the 11.
Scroggins yet again with another impressive game.
It'll be a gain of about 8 on first down.
2. Your Cougars
Scroggins
are
dragging Jackson Noble along for the ride there, and I'm not sure that's one Noble will want to relive. Second and 3. Handoff goes to Scroggins, cutting some room off the right side, more than enough for
and fans, that's another Cougar
a PC first down. It'll be first and goal coming up from the Tigers' 7-yard line.
Attention. Anyone
9:29 left to play.
Court, please report to the north side of the track by the orange cones at this time.
Cougars' third trip to the red zone tonight. They're 1 for 2. Handoff goes to Willis off the left side, cutting up and dragging a man with him.
Another
Touchdown, Cougars!
Touchdown!
Javian Willis refusing to go down. I don't know how clear everyone at home will be able to see that. It looked like his jersey was pulled out about 5 yards as Adu Asalefu. Extra point is up and good.
Another great kick
to make the
Adu
score.
Asalefu.
Your Phoenix Christian Cougars 21 and the Kingman Academy Tigers 0 with 9:09 left to play in the first half.
We'd also like to welcome
going back to that Willis touchdown, his jersey, to me, I thought it was about to rip, but Willis just the strength and the determination to really get those extra couple yards and get another touchdown. He leads the Cougars coming into tonight in touchdowns with 13. He actually leads the Cougars in all rushing categories, carries, yards, and touchdowns. So someone that you'll definitely see a lot more of tonight and
Cougar kicking
next week for the playoffs. And, you know, here's really the situation with the playoffs. Phoenix Christian, they started a couple weeks ago when the rankings really start to matter before the Mountainside game at 7. They beat Mountainside 37-0 last week away from home in a very, very weird and tough environment. And then the computers drop them 2 spots to 9 as Asalefu want to try the squib kick and catching it at midfield and dropping down is Guy Connor. And it looks like that's where the Tigers will take over exactly at midfield. But, you know, something that's really weird because you shut out a team, no matter who it is, you shut them out, you score 37 points, and the computers drops you two spots. And Phoenix Christian really wanting to stay in the top 8 as top 8 seeds get home field advantage for the first round. After that, it's the highest seed that gets home field advantage for the next round. Semifinals to take place at Westwood High School. And then if Phoenix Christian would be able to get there, the final would take place at Mountain Point High School. So Phoenix Christian lucking out if they are able to get to the third round and the final.
Timeout.
As there'll be a timeout taken by the Tigers to talk things over, but continuing on
once again,
really with
in the parade or the
playoffs,
please report to
I think it was a little harsh to drop the Cougars that much. Of course, that's just in my opinion. I don't make the decisions for Phoenix Christian, but the full rankings for 2A from the 1 seed down, Arizona Lutheran, Pima, Scottsdale Christian, Santa Cruz Valley, Santan Charter, Camp Verde, and Tanca Verde, both of whom the Cougars have seen and lost to. Tunapa Valley at 8, Phoenix Christian 9, Verades Prep 10, Parker 11, Tombstone, and it goes on from there. But really, in this spot, the Cougars would be playing at Tunapa Valley next week. Of course, rankings still could shift a little bit. Cougars less than 0.1 points off of getting that 8 seed. It looks like it's going to be a toss-up between them and Tunapa Valley for that 8 seed and who hosts in that first round. So we'll see what happens there later, and looks like we'll have some trickery coming up here for the Tigers. 3 linemen as Short looks to get it off quickly to his man on the screen. He does so before being taken down for a gain of 2. That's Gavin Campbell on the catch.
But your defense sniffed that out pretty quick for only a short gain, bringing up 2nd down and long.
Again, really, Phoenix Christian is trying to get that home field advantage. That's so important when it comes to high school football. And then, of course, you could, look and say, oh, well, they get 8 or 9, then they play ALA, and, you can make all that assumption after. But, nothing important, and that's what Coach Kindred stressed at practice is, hey, you can look at playoffs. We know we can compete with anybody. We know what we got. Just get into the playoffs, and that's all that matters. Short. Looking right, fires, passes. Going to be incomplete. Trying to find Parlanti. Paris on the coverage. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the Cougar 48. 8:04 left to play in the first half. Cougars lead 21-0.
All right, Cougar fans, it's 3rd down. Come on, let's make some noise.
For those that have watched a couple other of our live streams from this stadium, and we've done from home, this is by far the biggest crowd, just about 2,000 here in attendance tonight. 3rd and 8, Short, looks over the middle, pass almost intercepted off the arm of Hernandez. Steed, the intended receiver on the play, and looks like
there's still
the Tigers will punt.
Left for corporations to claim in tuition tax credits.
8 minutes exactly left to play in the second quarter, and looks like it'll be Parlanti on to punt it away. Willis with his heels at his own 21. Kingman Academy will fake it once again. Pass falls incomplete.
Pass batted away, bringing up a turnover on
Daniel
down.
Sanchez on the coverage.
Offense.
Parlanti was looking for Anthony Harper.
Dollar for dollar tax credit not only benefits your bottom line,
so 2 fake punts go in the favor of the Cougars, and
potential at Phoenix Christian.
Now it might be a matter of you just straight up go for it if you're Kingman Academy later on here in the game to try to stay in it.
All right, your Cougars are taking over the 48-yard line, looking to put another 7 points on the board.
1st and 10. Renteria on the pitch to Willis. Willis with a bit of room eventually steps out just shy
number 6, Willis. Up a short
of the first down at the official marking has him at the 46. A gain of 7. Second and, well, it might actually be a gain of 6. It looks like it's more like a 2nd and 4 for the Cougars. 7:40 left to play in the second quarter. Cougars lead 21-0. Renteria, empty backfield. This is something new. Pass out to Frank Reinhardt. Reinhardt with a bit of space and a block at the 40. Reinhardt down all the way, almost to the 20.
That was a quick pass to number 10, Frank Reinhardt, who picked up quite a few yards for another Cougars.
It's the first time we've seen Frank Reinhardt active in a Cougar uniform. He had surgery on his shoulder after baseball season last year. Got the surgery in late July, and now is finally cleared. You see the big man out in space, and Cougars are ready, knocking at the door of Kingman Academy. 1st and 10 from the 20. Play action pass. Renteria will flip it out to Grimwade. Grimwade with a bit of space out to the 10. 5. Diving touchdown,
Guess
Cougars!
what, fans? That's another Cougars touchdown!
Another quick pass from number 3 to number 32 to give your Cougars a 6-point on the board.
With the point after still to go, the Cougars with a commanding 27-0 lead. It looks like the Cougars will elect to go for 2 here. Asalefu, the kicker, out in the huddle. No sign of Xander Harmon, the long snapper, out there. So, and Renteria jogs out. Cougars are going for 2. Flag flies. It'll be a delay game against the Cougars, and
It's going to be a delay.
that'll
game
back
for
it
the
up
Cougars,
to
backing
the
them up a little
7-yard line, maybe 8. I
for this
believe it is
extra
actually the
point try.
8-yard line. Coach Kindred still saying to go for it and keep Asalefu out there as a as maybe a wide receiver or a tight end.
Looks like the Cougars might be trying.
He is
for 2 on
listed
this one.
on the Phoenix Christian roster as a kicker and also a wide receiver. Looks like that's where Asalefu will line up at tight end. Play action pass. Renteria looking for his man. It looks like he's trying to throw it to Asalefu in the back of the end zone, but
nothing to do with that.
pressure from Kingman Academy just got there a little too quickly before Renteria could
2-point
get the ball
conversion,
off. And
no good.
with 7:19
Cougars
left to
lead
play, Phoenix Christian
27-0 with
leads
7:19
Kingman Academy
left to go in the half.
27-0. Renteria
This is
did
your
have
last reminder
Asalefu.
that
He had him
anyone
open
involved in the
by
parade
about the
or
I and the
fort
A, and Christian
needs to report to the
on
north
the
side of the track by
right
the orange
side
cones. If you are
end
involved
zone,
in the homecoming parade or homecoming
trying to
court, please
get all the
report to
seniors
the north
involved
side of the track
offensively.
by the orange cones.
All I can think about right now
Do
is
you know families who
when
are
Harmon
seeking a
Tedesco
top-tier
came in
private
the season
Christian
finale of
education right in the
Blue
heart of
Mountain
the
State
city?
when they were playing
Well, our next
Blackwell, and
campus visit is
you had
January
him, you had
27th.
Thad, you had all the,
Register
important characters
at
out on the field to go for 2 and try to beat Blackwell in the
phoenixchristian.org/admissions
cornfield
events.
game. But
That's phoenixchristian.org.
Asalefu, probably a little bit better of a route runner than
events.
Harmon Tedesco, I would say
But
myself.
wait, there's more. If you refer a family, you can receive free lunch for 1 student.
Asalefu back out to do his normal duties as kicker. Cougars lead 27-0. Asalefu's squib kick goes high, eventually caught at the 38 by Lee, and he'll be able to run it out all the way to the 47.
Tigers with a favorable gain. Kingman offense will take over.
Really, since the
47-yard
first
line.
drive, Kingman Academy with really
Cougar
good
fans, if you donate
field
to the
position, as
OAW, you can
Phoenix
receive
Christian
a
does like
free
to squib
Legends
kick it
Never Die t-shirt.
and go for
So
onside
please
kicks
make
to
sure
really
to
steal
visit
as
the
many
alumni
possessions
table
as
to donate
possible.
to
That's
the
something that
OAW today.
Coach Kindred has made very clear even from the first game on. He goes for onside kicks. He's not afraid to do it, not really afraid to show it either. Asalefu, too, has gotten pretty good as well, and I guess you never know what happens when the ball might hit one of the up men or one of the opposing kickoff return unit players. Anyway, 1st and 10. Short, running right, no room at all, and absolutely taken down
Number 3 takes that one.
at the 42. Pablo
He was going nowhere with
Hernandez
that.
in there with
Tackle for a
Brandon
big loss.
Scroggins for
Bringing
a
up
loss of
second
about
down and long for the
2,
Tigers.
maybe 3. A little bit of a generous spot, if you ask me, by the officiating crew here tonight. I thought Short was tackled back a couple, maybe 2 yards back from where they spotted the ball and closer to the far side hash. Second and 13. Kingman Academy offense really struggling to find its footing here in the middle of the second quarter. Short, back to pass, looks batted away.
That pass was immediately batted away.
Getting
by
his
number
mitts up
55.
was big Achilles
Bringing up
Lopez.
another third down.
Great hands there by
They
Achilles
tell you to
Lopez.
do that as a defensive lineman. You see the ball get released, throw your hands up, even if it hits your elbow, your forearm, wherever. As long as it hits you, pass deflected, it becomes a tip drill. You never know what might happen. Great, really textbook play by Lopez. Knew he wasn't going to get the sack. If you take down short, you have a chance of roughing the passer, especially in today's rules in high school, college, NFL, even in Pop Warner. So just a phenomenal play, really, by Achilles Lopez.
All right,
Lopez
Cougar fans,
with
make some noise.
4
It's
tackles
third
for
down.
loss and 4 sacks on the year. Really the centerpiece of that defensive lineman rotation with Hawking. 3rd and long. Short, under pressure, dumps it off to Olave. Olave up near the 50, pushed out of bounds at about the 40, we'll call it
Penalty on the
48
play.
yard line. So 3rd and long turns into a 4th and manageable, and I think you might see the standard Phoenix Christian defense and Kingman Academy offense on the
Penalty
field.
may be against the Tigers offense.
Looks like they'll actually bring the ball
Cougars will
back.
accept that penalty.
It'll be an eligible
Push
man
the Tigers
downfield
further back,
against Kingman Academy.
Bringing up
So
another 3rd down and long.
a really big penalty for the Tigers, and they'll back them up all the way to the 39. Their own 39, I should say. And to get a first down, they need the Cougar 43. It is 3rd down, however. You got 2 plays to get it.
All right, Cougar fans, it's time. Once
A
again
wise
to
person
make
would say
some
maybe
noise
get about
for
half and then
third
half the next play.
down.
But still a 3rd and long. Short gets the snap, looks left, fires, and that one sails way over the
That
head.
ball was just thrown away.
Anderson.
Incomplete pass, bringing up
Harmon
4th
and
down
Willis.
Very long for the Tigers.
Over in coverage.
Your Cougar defense has been playing lights out tonight.
And a 4th and long as we see a couple key offensive players jog off the field, but last 2 times, Tigers not afraid to fake it and go for it. You wonder when they maybe just say punt it away and try to play a little bit better field position as they do kick it. Wobbling kick, falls just shy of the 40. Willis will let it bounce. I'll take a very positive
Great kick by the
Tiger
Kingman
bounce all
punter.
the way to the 27.
Gonna set your Cougar offense
And that's where the
up
Phoenix Christian offense will
their
take
own
over
28
1st
yard
and
line.
10.
with 5:55. Offense has plenty of time to score once again.
5:55 left to play in the first half. 1st and 10 coming from the Cougars' own. Actually looks like there'll be 28-yard line. Renteria looks over and to double check the play. Actually, it looks like they were missing someone. Daniel Sanchez, a late substitute in. First and 10. Handoff to Willis off the left side. He is a load of room, hurdling a man all the way out to the 35.
Another impressive run. Gain of 6 on the play. Bring up a short down for the offense.
Boy, Javian Willis, just a ball of energy tonight, hurdling, running, just really doing everything you want to see in a running back. I mean, there's not much else to say. 2nd down. Handoff goes to Aiden Flynn, and Flynn falling all the
Carry
way
this
out
time by
to
number 29.
the 44. That'll be more than enough for a Cougar first down. Flynn, one of the seniors
29
honored
will be
here
Aiden
tonight,
Flynn.
mostly plays linebacker for the
Impressive
Cougars.
gain,
We did
another
see
first down for the Cougar offense.
Flynn
They're on
have
roll
a
once
couple
again.
carries and get more involved last week against Mountainside. Here's Willis up the middle, falling at about midfield.
Xavier Willis is gonna take
That's
it
one
again.
that Willis wants
Game
back as he
7 on
pats the
play.
ball.
He has been lights out tonight.
Going back to Flynn, I had the chance to talk to him after practice yesterday, and, you know, I said, hey, you play offense, you play defense, you know, which one do you prefer? Everyone always has a favorite. And basically, I think in the millisecond I finished my question, he said defense. And I said, why is that? And he's like, I like hitting people. And I said, you know what, that's fair enough. Pitch goes to Willis, quick stop on a dime, and he'll be brought
Shovel pass from number 3 to
down
number
just
6.
shy of the first down.
Kingman's defense
Parlanti and
stopping them
Campbell
just shy of a first
in there
down,
on the
bringing
play.
up 3rd down and short.
We saw Achilles Lopez
About a
kind of get
yard
beat
to
there
go.
on the toss. Willis having to stop his feet quickly and plant up and really get as many yards as he can. 3rd and 1. Handoff to Flynn as he'll have a couple more than he needs for a
Number
first
29,
down.
Aiden Flynn,
Clock
once again
continuing
bringing
to
up enough
run.
for another
Now
Cougar first
under
down.
4 minutes here to play once they set the chain gang, and we're now under 4 minutes in the first half. 1st and 10, Cougars have the ball at the 45.
Ball on the Tiger 45-yard line, first down.
Play action pass. Renteria looking for Paris once again. He's open. Makes a catch at the 18. One man to beat, and hawking him down at the
Great
5-yard
pass by
line
number 3
is Shakif Dowling.
Cyrus Rentiera to number 11, Dominic Paris.
They
for a
call the
big
play action
first
to
down,
Paris
setting up
once
your
again.
Cougars.
And
First
Paris
down
will
and
just be
goal.
upset that he wasn't able to beat Dowling into the end zone. 1st and 10 ball. Spotted on the Tiger 4.5. Handoff goes to Flynn. Flynn cuts it up. Dives in. Touchdown,
Number 29
Cougars!
Carries that in for another Cougar touchdown.
But hold the
Thanks to
phone.
Aiden
We have a
Flynn,
flag
your
at the
Cougars are up
5.
33-0.
And it looks like they might have set off the fireworks a little prematurely here, unfortunately. Flag currently down at the 5. And it will come back for a hold against the Cougars. So they take 6 off the scoreboard and move the ball back all the way to the 15-yard line. And that'll negate Flynn's second rushing touchdown of the year. 1st and goal from the Tigers, 15, maybe 14.5. Can't have too many of those penalties. That's one of the really downfalls of this Phoenix Christian offense is when you get penalties and stack them up, it's hard to come back from. Handoff to Willis off the left side. A load of space for Willis to work with. He'll walk in. Touchdown,
Two-point conversion is good.
Cougars. Welcome to the Javian Willis show, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the night. As the
That was a
Cougars
touchdown. The
lead
previous play was pulled back.
33-0. Osalefu's point after is up, and it is good. And that'll make the score Phoenix Christian
That kick is
34 and Kingman
Your
Academy
Cougars lead
nothing
34-0.
with 3:29 left to play in the second quarter.
Another Diamondback
A
update
great
for you. They
job
continue to
by
lead
the Phoenix Christian
5-3
offensive
on the top
line.
of the 8th.
Once Willis saw the hole, you could drive a bus through it. And that's one of the things you want to say as an offensive line coach and offensive coordinator is you want to be able for your offensive line to get those holes and to really drive a bus through them. And really, sometimes it's not even a bus, but a point is they really want just, as much possible space as you can get. And that's about as big of a hole as I've seen from Phoenix Christian all year. And Willis, one of the faster running backs, easily able to burst through and
set to
score
kick it
his
off once
3rd of the
again.
night. Asalefu on to kick it back off to the Tigers. Kick is end over end. It will fall
A
just in front of the
booming
5, and
kick by number
it'll go in
8.
the end zone for a touchback.
Touchback for the Tigers.
I think
Gonna
that
bring
was
it up
actually
to their
more of a
25-yard
strategical
line.
kick. Strategical, I beg your pardon. Kick than anything, because you had Olave, the deepest
Excuse me,
Tiger,
their 20-yard line.
almost up at the 20. Fasalefu maybe puts that ball at the 15 and rolls it. I mean, you got guys gunning down, Dominic Paris being one of them, that if you fall on the ball at the 5-yard line, if you're Phoenix Christian, you get the ball at the 5-yard line. You know, you don't have to. The common misconception, especially by some football fans, you have to get it, you know, beyond between that in high school, that the midfield and opposite 40. But if you somehow get it, Zaire Smith did it a couple weeks back. He falls on it at the 5. That's where you take over. Tigers take over at the Phoenix Christian 20. Handoff goes to Olave, and he'll have nowhere to go. Wrapped up from
Wrapped up in the
behind,
backfield.
and
That's gonna be
guess
a
who it is? It's
tackle
Hernandez.
for loss.
I said it in my
5-yard
little
loss on that
pregame
play.
show, but what
Second down
an
and 15
addition
for the Tigers.
Pablo Hernandez has really been. And you know, I talked to Coach Brandon Sparks at practice, and he said he's the guy that we wish we had all year, and you
Cougar
see
defense
why
tonight
now.
has been letting
Easily
very little
able
get
to
by
track
them.
Olave down from
Impressive
behind
show from these
for a
men.
loss of 5. .248 left to play in the first half. Tigers in a pistol formation. Short, low snap. Looking deep. Pass is going to fall incomplete.
Incomplete pass, bringing up a 3rd down.
The closest Cougar to that was
3rd down and
Scroggins at
about
the
16
30.
to go for the Tigers. They got a lot of
Short
ground
trying
make
to
up
find
here.
his man
Your
Parlanti.
Cougars defense has been lights out.
.232 left to play. Cougars lead 34. I almost said 43. No, they lead 43 to nothing.
All right, Cougar fans, let's make
And it's
some
third
noise
and
for the
about
boys.
15.
It's 3rd down.
3 receivers go far side right. Short gets the snap. Looking to his left, and we'll dump it off to Olave. Olave trying to make a man miss and going
Pass
nowhere.
number 3 for the Tigers. was
Actually be a
complete,
loss of about
but he
2.
wasn't going anywhere. 4th down for the Tigers.
Now 4th and a long way with about 2 minutes and some change left to play in the second quarter. The question of will Kingman Academy punt it or won't they?
Come on,
That
Cougar
is
fans,
the
make
question.
some noise for 4th down. Let's get that ball back.
I never really dabbled in Shakespeare myself, only had to do it because it was assigned. Parlanti tries to fake it, and it will be picked off by Paris, breaking a tackle and being ushered out all the
Intercepted
way
by number 11,
at the
Paris.
35 is Dominic
Your
Paris.
Cougars are taking over on the 35.
Kingman Academy's
Into the
faked it
25,
3
even better.
times. All 3 have been unsuccessful. This one just adding to Paris's stat sheet with the interception. A minute 35 left to play in the first half. More than enough time for the Cougars to score.
The minute 35
Their
left. Your Cougars are
6th
looking to
touchdown
score one more time before
of the half.
halftime.
Cougars and shotgun. Renteria will dump it off to Reinhard once again, and pass falls
That pass was
incomplete.
broken up by number 20 from the
A
Tigers.
great play
Good
by
defensive play.
Steed.
Bringing up 2nd down and 10 for the
They
Cougars.
had success with that play with Reinhard earlier in the game. They decided to go back to it, and If it wasn't for the heads up of Steed to try to knock the ball away, Reinhard might have scored his first touchdown of the season.
Three, bringing the play to the huddle.
1:30 left to play here in the first half.
To the line.
2nd and 10. Ball spotted at the 28. Here's Willis. Willis outside, making a man miss at the 15 and tackled inside the 10.
Once again, Javian Willis bringing up a first down for the Cougars.
A run of about 15 for Willis, and under a minute and a half, the Cougars have it 1st and goal once again. You know, it's weird to say, other than the first drive, the Cougars have been absolutely lights out in the red zone tonight. Handoff goes to Scroggins, I believe. That'll be gain of about 3 on first down, and it is Scroggins. Coming up on the minute mark here in the first half, now under a minute. For 2nd and goal. Handoff goes to Willis. Scroggins patiently waiting behind blockers, taken down just shy at the 1.
Pretty close to the goal line, but he
maybe 2.
Just shy of a touchdown.
Keep in mind, Coach Kindred still has all 3 timeouts to use, so in absolutely no rush to really get this play off in any way. 3rd and goal. Handoff goes up the middle, absolutely nowhere to Scroggins. He'll lose a couple. And Coach Kindred used his first timeout.
Big on that one.
It'll be 4th and goal at the 5. So I might have jinxed the Cougar offense.
One last shot.
You know, Coach Kindred not one to really
get the ball into the end zone.
Go for field goals, but this certainly seems like a situation where you might think of going for a field goal. AIA football rules, if a team is up by 35 points or more in the second half, it is a running clock, and that would be something that would definitely be of interest to the Cougars to really, you know, get a big win, shut out Kingman Academy, get back and prepare for whoever you might play next week. Speaking of whoever they might play next week, for those who are invested like me, the rankings for AIA will come out sometime between 8 and 10 a.m. tomorrow on the AIA Rankings Reveal Show. Excuse me, the AZ Preps Reveal Show. So if you are curious to know, all the rankings will be official after 10, opposed to being made on Tuesday, and that's due to because obviously, you know, teams needing to get film on who they're playing and prepare. It wouldn't make any sense for
one last shot at the
rankings to come out on Tuesday and really only give teams about 2 full days to prepare for the team they play. 4th and goal from the 5. Renteria gets the snap, straight drop, firing into the back of the end zone. Pass is caught by Scroggins. Touchdown, Cougars!
An incredible reception in the end of the end zone. Your Cougars
what a catch from Brandon Scroggins. Absolutely laying out a pin-perfect ball from Renteria and a great dive from Scroggins. And with 11 seconds left in the half, the Cougars are up by 40 and make that 41.
Asalefu is solid. Extra point is
and now,
good.
for sure, for the rest of
with 11 seconds
really the second half, because it is the rule is 42 points. So no running clock for this half, but coming out of halftime, unless Kingman Academy were to score, it'll be a running clock, and Scroggins getting some love from every single coach on the sideline for that catch. That's one that he'll remember for years to come, making that catch on homecoming night. And just like that, he's back out there for the kickoff coverage team. A man of many, many traits. With 11 seconds left in the first half, Cougars lead 41-0. Kingman Academy just looking to get something, anything going here before the first half concludes. Asalefu. Wobbling kick will fall at the 10, picked up by Parlanti at the 6. Parlanti reversing fields, now cuts up and eventually taken down by Paris.
Another booming kick by number 8.
At about the
12 of the Tigers with a great
yard line.
reception.
There's a flag
We'll
on the
see who
play.
this
I'm
goes
not
against.
sure. It is on the far side at the 15. You wonder if that's maybe a hold. Or maybe even... No, it wouldn't be, and it is confirmed to be a block in the back against the
Illegal block
Tigers.
in the back on
And
the
you got to
Tigers.
think they're just going to
It's gonna
take a
back
knee
them
with
up a
2
few
seconds
yards.
left in the
2
half and
seconds
just
left in the half.
cut any losses and head into the locker room. A dominating performance by Phoenix Christian here in the first half. Ball spotted on Kingman's own 8-yard line. You wonder, though, maybe if you do try to be aggressive, maybe a hook and ladder, a Hail Mary, maybe a Statue of Liberty, just something, and that's what it appears to be. Kingman Academy not taking a knee. They'll run a play. Short, looks, passes, incomplete.
Another pass broken up.
On the play, that's Aiden Flynn on the coverage, and it does look like that will be the half, even though 1 second is on the clock. It will be halftime as the horn officially sounds, and the Cougars, with their
Kingman
biggest
Tigers
lead at the
0,
first half of the
Phoenix
season,
Christian
a
Cougars
41-0 lead, and as long as they maintain this lead or at least lead by 35, it'll be a running clock in the second half, so
All
much
right,
shorter
Cougar fans, get
second half
ready
to
for
come.
an incredible halftime
But for the
show.
first half, that'll
Starting
do
with
it
our
here from
20-23
Phoenix
to
Christian.
24
Don't go anywhere. All the action from the second half still to come on the Phoenix Christian Football YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere, folks, because this is Phoenix Christian Football. Welcome back to the campus of Phoenix Christian, where halftime has just concluded, and as well as all the homecoming festivities, parade, and whatnot. Cougars set to kick it off to begin the second half. Kingman Academy set to receive. Cougars lead 41-0, and definitely a situation where I think even coming out of the gate, we're going to see a lot of rotation and a lot of movement by different players for the Cougars, just to save some legs, save some breath, and potentially
Cougar fans, it is
save
time
a
for the second
couple
half
of
to
injuries
begin.
maybe. Asalefu on to kick it off to begin the second half. "24 minutes of football left to be played here from Phoenix Christian in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Ref blows the whistle, and Asalefu's kick gets us underway. End over end will fall just past the 20. Parlanti trying to find some room on the left side, makes a couple man miss, and then eventually brought down just shy of the 30. Flag comes from
Kickoff return.
the head official, as
Flag
it
on
will
the
be a
play.
block in the back
Block in
against the
back on
Tigers, and
It's gonna move
that's
this
not
back a
how
little
you want to
bit.
start the half for the Tigers. Already down by 41. And the first play, a penalty flies. Well, per AIA high school football rules, if a team is up by 35 in the second half, running clock, so once the referee blows the whistle,
That's gonna
the
put
only
Kingman
stoppage for clocks
right
will
about
have
on their 24-yard line.
is for after a team scores a touchdown.
Cougar
But
defense
now
looking
even
to
if
keep up
Kaysen
the
Short
streak
is to
that
throw it
they showed
away
in the
for an
first
incomplete
half.
pass, clock will still run as long as the Cougars maintain a 35-point lead. Short, low snap, dealt with it, coming around the edge, under pressure, eventually taken
And
down.
just like that, your Cougar defense coming up with a sack.
Big Achilles
The very first
Lopez
play
getting
of the
his
third
first
quarter.
sack of the night.
Bringing up second down.
You saw him
and
back in the
11 for
first
the
half
Tigers.
get his hands on a ball to tip it away. Now gets to sack his 5th of the season. 2nd and 11. Ball is now spotted on the Tigers' own 18-yard line. Two receivers, near side right. Short with Olave to his right. And he'll take it himself on the quarterback draw. Short eventually taken down. Ball comes out. Referees say he was down. Harmon on the tackle after a gain of about
Or
3.
perhaps they
It'll bring
stopped
up
him and then it came out.
3rd and 7,
Bring
maybe
up a
3rd and 8.
down for the Tigers.
And his Short's knee was down. You saw the ball kind of come out late. Great job by the Cougars to pounce on it, but
Your Cougar defense
his
has not
knee
given up
touched,
many
and
yards
that's all
tonight.
you
They've
need.
been playing lights out all game long. This time, we would like to welcome back the classes of 1993
Third
and 2003.
and medium.
Welcome home.
Tigers take their time getting to the line of scrimmage. Still first string Cougar D out for this opening drive of the second half. Handoff goes up the middle to Steed, eventually wrapped up by
Takes the
Brandon
ball, but
Scroggins.
stopped pretty quickly by number 5, Brandon Scroggins.
That was a textbook tackle there from Scroggins. Scroggins 5'10", Steed listed at
We love
6'3", so
PCB and
4
are
inches
so
shorter.
thankful for our partnership.
Wrapped him around the hip, got
If
his
you're
legs,
looking for a
and
home
brought him
church,
down.
Check out Maryvale CCB.
Now
or
that is
Midtown
something on
CCB.
film that if you're Jason Kindred, for as long as you're here, you're going to show that tackle and say, hey, this is how we tackle here. That was textbook from Scroggins. Scroggins planning to attend and enlist in the U.S. Navy post-graduation. Short. Under pressure immediately, gets out of it, fires it, pass tipped, incomplete.
Number 3 with some excellent movement out there, trying to spin out of it.
Boy, did Short feel the heat right
that is a
away.
turnover on downs, and your Cougars are going to take back over on offense.
You had pressure coming from all sides. A really good job by Short just to avoid the pressure by the Phoenix Christian D-line. And the Phoenix Christian D-line really stout. And I beg your pardon, I believe that was 4th down, so now the Cougar offense takes over. 1st and 10 at the Tiger 23. Handoff goes to Reinhardt up the middle, spinning forward for a gain of about 4. That's one guy you
for about 4 yards
maybe
there,
in a situation like this, up by 41, a running clock, maybe try to send him off in his potential home finale and get him a touchdown. 2nd and 7. Scroggins, the man in motion, he'll get the pitch. He cuts up, and taking him down at the 15
pitch there to number
is
5.
Anderson.
Gain of about 4 on the play. 3rd down and short, about a yard.
He'll bring up a 3rd.
First down.
It'll bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Cougar offense. Ball spotted at the 15. Renteria handoff to Scroggins. He'll have more than enough for a Cougar first down out to the 10.
5 once again. Enough for a first down. Moving the chains once again for your Cougar offense.
It is confirmed. It is a first down, as once again, no stoppage in the clock. It'll be 1st and goal.
Cougar fans, we have plenty of
at
legend
the 10.
shirts and crew necks at the team shop. Stop by and grab your spirit wear today before you leave for the night.
Two receivers, split out near side left. Renteria gives to Reinhardt up the middle. Reinhardt trying to fight for extra yards, but he'll get about 1.
Defense with a good stop there.
A couple
Minimal
Tigers
gain for the Cougar offense.
in there on the tackle, leading the way. Golden.
2nd down and long for them.
2nd and goal. Again, Cougars can really just take their time here on every single play. There's no play clock at this field. The back judge would have the play clock if
flag on the play.
The Cougars would try to maybe bring down every second, as there is a flag for false start. Maybe a little bit lucky, as it looked like there was a bit of trouble between Renteria and the center, who at the moment is Isaiah Klein. A lot of rotation on the Phoenix Christian offensive line, and not something you really see every day just because of the run-heavy offense and the run-first nature. It's something that is made. Pitch goes to Willis. Willis off the left side, a burst of speed. 1 man to beat. Touchdown, Cougars!
Who else but number 6, Javian Willis. That's another Cougar touchdown!
Javian Willis just continuing to score and score. And it looks like the Cougars will go for 2, maybe just to practice something that they might want to run later in a situation where you need to go for 2. Play action pass, Renteria rolling out right, throws in the back of the end zone for Asalefu. He makes the catch.
2-point conversion is good.
And they go back to the same play that they did in the first half. Adu Asalefu. He can kick, he can also catch.
49-0.
That's got to bring a smile to your face, as it does for Coach Kindred, as well as mine. Asalefu not only scoring extra points, but scoring 2-point conversions. And as the continuous clock does keep running, now about 4:14 left to play, Cougars lead 49-0. Looks like you see a lot of rotated bodies in for the Cougars. Some names: Louis Murphy out there, TJ Blake, Jonah Haran, amongst others, in a rotated kickoff unit. Cougars have only shut out an opponent once this year, and that was last week against Mountainside. And as it stands, this is the Cougars' biggest shutout on the year. Parlanti gathers at a 9.5 and will break a couple tackles, eventually taken down at the 29.
Great kick again by number 8.
It looks like
And also another great return by number 12.
you might know it.
Setting up the Tigers
Looks like we might actually have a
just shy of their
flag
own
on the
30-yard
play.
line.
You saw Cassius Grimwade pointing in the direction of the Tigers, and no penalty, but they actually give Parlanti the 30, and that's where the Tigers will start. 1st and 10 with 2:40 left to play, and the clock, well, still running. Most points the Cougars have scored this year is 56. That came at Sequoia Pathway back in week 3 at a weird game taking place at Pecana Park. Short gets a snap, looking left, now steps up, brought down from behind is Achilles Lopez.
Rather quickly. The tackle for
Short,
no loss,
almost
no gain. Second down and 10 for
Cartoon-like,
Kingman.
had some space and kind of just stopped. Almost like he hit a metaphorical wall, as Achilles Lopez now feeling himself. It won't get his 6th sack of the year, as Short did get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll go down for a no gain. Now under a minute 40, Cougars lead 49-0. Short gets a snap, low snap, looking to his right. Will take it himself. Short out all the way to the 41.
Some good blocking from Kingman first.
Short, that's the first time we've really seen him in
Big game.
space today.
Flag on the play.
Looks like, unfortunately, though, there was a flag on the 43. It might be unnecessary roughness coming against Scroggins. And it will be a personal foul against the Cougars.
Personal foul
Scroggins
against the
just coming in a
Cougars.
little bit late.
Bringing up a Kingman
On
first
Short and-
down. Moving them up.
Even though he might have not actually really hit Short in any way,
another
just
15
he kind of
yards.
slid in, and a little bit of a interesting call, but I mean, I guess if you're the Cougars, when you're up 49, you can take a couple of calls like these. 1st and 10. Tigers have the ball on the Phoenix Christian 44. Short gets the snap, hands off to Olave. Olave looking for space, and I think he'll get back
22
just to the
for
line of
Tigers, dropped up
scrimmage,
pretty
or
quick by
maybe
the
a
defense.
yard.
Minimal game.
2nd and 9
Second
coming
down.
up, and that play will do it for the 3rd quarter. And with 12 minutes and 1 quarter
That's
left to
gonna be the
play
end of the third
here in
quarter.
Phoenix, Arizona, score
Your Phoenix Christian
your Phoenix
Cougars
Christian
leading
Cougars 49,
10-0.
and the Kingman Academy
You own the
Tigers
business.
nothing.
There is
We'll take a
still
short break and be
15
back with
million
you
left for
momentarily.
corporations to
Don't go
claim
anywhere,
the
folks.
tuition
This
tax credits.
is Phoenix Christian
This
Football
dollar
here
for dollar
on the
tax
Phoenix
credit
Christian
not
Football
only
YouTube
benefits
channel.
your bottom line,
Welcome back to Phoenix Christian here in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. 12 minutes left to play, and the clock after this ball is snapped will not stop running, so really 12 minutes left in this game. Truly, handoff goes to Olave up the middle. He'll be brought down
Another
and
big hit by the Cougar defense.
met by Aiden Flynn after a gain of about 2.
A 2-yard gain for the Tigers, bringing up a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
6 to go.
Coming up for the Tigers. They need a Phoenix Christian 34 for a first down.
Defense looking for 1 here.
And now you're really just playing for pride if you're Kingman Academy. You know, it was a long bus ride here.
On defense. Come on, fans. Let's get
Phoenix
back
Christian has
into it.
had your
Make some
number
noise.
for really all of 3 quarters, maybe even minus the opening drive where you got to stop, and handoff goes up the middle to Steed as he'll bounce off a couple tackles,
Great
eventually
run there
being
by
wrapped down
number
by
20
Flynn once
from the
again
Tigers,
for a Tiger first
bringing up
down.
a Kingman first
But really
down.
now you're
He
just playing for
barreled
pride.
through
You don't
there.
want to get shut
Picked up
out. You
enough
want to
yardage for
score.
another 10.
And you want to just get back something. This is going to be your last game of the year. More than likely, you're going to pick up loss number 7. So, you know, go out on top. Maybe if you're Coach Sean Windecker, just try to, you know, maybe run a couple plays you haven't run. Maybe like a double reverse or a tight end pass or just, you know, something that you had in the back pocket all year that you want to just try to have some fun with. 1st and 10. Flag flies. It'll be false
Penalty on
start,
the
and
play. Looks like that's going to go against
looked
the
like the
Tigers,
Cougars did
bringing
a
them
good
back.
job in getting the Tigers
False
to
start
flinch. You
for the
see that a
Tigers.
lot more nowadays of
5-yard penalty.
defensive
First down
linemen
and
either shifting left to
15
right
to
or
go.
a linebacker maybe backing out and trying to trick a lineman into even flinching, because the advantage you have on defense is you can flinch all you want as long as any part of you or your uniform doesn't cross that tip of the ball, you're fine. Offense, even if you flinch upwards, flag will fly. 1st and 15. Torres motions into the backfield. Short. We'll dump it out to Torres in the flat. Torres trying to make man miss and eventually wrapped down at the line of
Number 8 there
scrimmage.
for the Tigers wrapped up pretty quickly.
Getting in there once again was Aiden Flynn along with
Completion
Trayshawn
for
Ransom,
number
who
3, but not much room for him to
we
go
haven't heard a
anywhere.
lot of today, but he gets his shot
Setting up a second
out
down
here on
and
defense.
about 15 to go.
Looks
for
like
the
this is where we'll
Tigers.
start to see some other Cougars maybe trickle in. You see Lurie Murphy just checked in for JV and Willis. Jerry Abrahamson, TJ Blake, Cooper Quinton on the Cougar defensive line. Second and about 15 still. Short. Hands off to Torres, coming back as Torres will find a good bit of room to work with, eventually being
Little trickery
taken
there.
out of bounds
Kingman.
by Harmon, Israel
Number
Torres,
8
and Paris for a
Makes
gain
up
of
quite a
about
bit of yardage there.
10 yards.
Looks like about a gain of 7. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about
Jonah Horan coming
8
in
to
for
go.
Paris now. His night defensively might be done now. 9 minutes left to
once
play.
again, your Cougar defense is looking for a big 3rd down stop.
Clock just continuing to tick down here. You might be able to see the Cougar offense on the field one more time before the end of tonight's matchup. 3rd and we'll call it 7. Short handoff to Olave. Olave looking for something, absolutely nowhere to
22
go.
had nowhere to go
on the
there.
play.
Your Cougars were right
Flynn
there
and
in his
Harmon
face to make sure he had
Combining there for a
nothing
loss of 2, and
to gain.
it'll be a
In
4th
fact,
and
he lost
10.
2 on that play.
You got to
Bring
assume
up
we'll just
4th
see
down and 10.
the Kingman
Cougars wanna
offense
get
stay
this
on the
ball
field
back.
for this one. And again, just really playing for pride at this stage in the game. Basically an entire second string defense except for Harmon and Torres. Excuse me, Harmon and Flynn out there. Israel Torres is out there, currently at left outside linebacker. 4th and 10. No flags. Kingman was looking for a false start short. A lot of space all the way out to the
Number
15.
3 with plenty of room to run. Gets plenty.
A little
For a Tigers
weird
first down.
no call there. Looked like either Kingman
Excellent run there.
false started or Phoenix Christian jumped. Short looking downfield for a free play and ended up just taking off for a first down.
Tigers brought it down all the way to the Cougars 16. They're going to make something happen here.
Rotation still coming
As
in
the
and
fourth
out.
quarter is winding down to under 7 minutes.
1st and 10 from the Cougars 16-yard line now. About 7 minutes left to play. Short, looking over the middle of the field. Now pump fakes. Now pump fakes in, looking for Olave. Can't find his man.
Some great blocking there by the Kingman line. Pass from number 3 just slightly.
Short, a good job there to extend the pocket and just even be able to get that ball off to Olave. Olave was open by, I guess, normal football standards, but just a kind of a hard pass for Short to complete on the run. They'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball still spotted on Phoenix Christian 16. Cougar defense looking for their 2nd shutout in a row. Short, looking left. Takes it down now, tries to dump it off to Olave. He'll have a little bit more than enough for a first down. Looked like
Number 3 with a
the
little
ball
pass.
might have
So that's going to be enough
dropped,
for
but
Kingman
officials
first
say
down. They're knocking on the door right now.
that Olave caught it.
Ball looks to be on the 6-yard line. They're getting pretty close to that end
Coming
zone.
off the field a little shaken up is Kenneth Peterson. 1st and goal. Tigers have it on the Cougars 6. Short. Motions Torres into the backfield. Flags fly,
Flag on
and
the play.
that'll be an encroachment against the
one's gonna go
Cougars.
against
And
the
since the
Cougars.
5-yard penalty, it'll move the ball all the way up to the 1.
Moving the Tigers even closer.
So now the
to
Tigers only needing a yard
This time we like
to get into the end
welcome
zone.
back
Oh,
one
no, it
last
actually,
class.
officials say
Big
it's
welcome to
half
the
the
class
distance
of
to the goal. Maybe the ball was on the
1978.
5, not
We have
the
so many
6.
reunions this weekend.
If it
and we are
was
so
on the
happy to
6,
see all of
the
you back
Tigers should
here
get the ball
for
on the
homecoming.
1, since half the distance to the goal only occurs when the full penalty yardage cannot be given. Now under 4.5 minutes left to play. 2 receivers near side left. Short gets a snap, handoff to Olave. Olave trying to fight forward. It looks like he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage,
Number
maybe a
22 straight down
yard.
the middle, a few-yard gain, but not enough for a touchdown. Going to bring up
The pathway to the end zone
2nd
closed up
down and
quickly
about 3 to go.
by the PC defense. Second and goal. Now under 4 minutes to play. And again, just almost a mere formality at this point and just playing for pride are the Kingman Academy Tigers. Short, looking right. Now tucks it. Eventually brought
Number 3
down
caught
by a
that one.
horde
To his detriment,
of
he gets
Cougars for a
tackled.
sack.
Sacked, I should say, for a 2-yard loss, maybe a 3-yard loss, bringing up
Getting in
3rd
there
down.
for the Cougars was a combination of Caleb Jimenez
Third
and
down and
TJ
about
Blake.
6 to go.
A lot of names on the D-line you haven't heard of a lot this year, but still making their case known. 3rd and goal. After a loss of about 3, it'll be 3rd and goal from the 6.5-yard line. Short. Looks to his left. Fires. Passes. Caught by Torres. Torres trying to break the plane of the goal line, and he cannot.
That looked like it was going to be in the end. Stopped him. Just shy. That's going to bring
It'll
up
be
a
fourth
down
and
very,
goal
very
from
short for the Cougars.
the, as my cousin likes to say, the inch-yard line.
Your Cougars are looking for a shutout here.
A very similar situation to that
Tigers with
of last week
one
at
last push here to get
Mountainside.
into the end
Mountainside
zone.
was on the 1 to end the game. They couldn't punch it in. Tigers looking to do what the Wolves couldn't. Fourth and goal. Short, looking to his right, in trouble, flushed out, rolls left short, will take it himself into the end zone. Touchdown,
Number 3's gonna take
Tigers.
That one into the end zone. That is a touchdown for the Tigers.
So the Cougars shutout is no more, as Short will scamper into the end zone for 6. And
Great use of number 3's feet there as he was able to scramble
as
out
he'll
of the
still
pocket,
celebrate, just
put some points on the board
happy
for the
to
Tigers.
not be shut out at this rate. Now with under 2 minutes to play, a minute 58 for those of you precisely counting at home. It would appear the Tigers are going for 2. So now,
Here's Kingman
regular
Academy
season,
to
the
go for
only
2
one
here.
shutout Phoenix Christian has had came last week. Every other week, they've been a lot of times close, but only that once last week at Mountainside. Short, fires over the middle, pass is caught
And the 2-point conversion
by
is going
Gunnar
to be good.
Steed. 2-point
So a
conversion
great look
good,
from
and
number 3 there to number 20.
the Cougars lead by 41.
Your Cougars lead.
It'll still
49
be
to
a
8,
rolling clock, as
with just shy of 2 minutes to go.
35
in the fourth
points is
quarter.
all you need to be up by for it to continue. But, you know, maybe you say you want the shutout,
Cougars kicking team
and
will
maybe
take
it
the
could help
field.
you. But at the end of the day, 2 minutes left, you're going to get
Looking to
the
get
win.
a-
You basically just need a first
secure the
down
return
to
and
close it
secure
out.
the victory at the
Now,
same
we
time.
have seen Coach Kindred in this situation really march his offense out there
You
and try to
Diamondbacks
score
fans,
again, and maybe we'll see
been
that
an
again
exciting game there.
here late in
Diamondbacks
the
are
game,
tied
trying to
5-5 at the top
maybe
of the
score
11.
some extra points with the AIA computer. Once again, Phoenix Christian currently the 9 seed, just less than 0.1 points behind the 8 seed Tunapa Valley. Coach Kindred calling a lot of his men forward and getting ready for the onside kick. Javian Willis, the farthest Cougar, with his heels on his own 24. Noble to maybe squib it or do some kind of onside kick, as it will be an onside kick. Catching it is Pacheco, and Pacheco making a man miss, spinning and falling all the
Attempted
way to the
onside
40.
kick. The number 15
What a
wouldn't have
run
anything to
by
do with that.
Pacheco.
He snagged that, brought it back to the 40-yard line.
No, that's one of the real,
Right return there by Daniel Pacheco.
as it looks like the Tigers will take a timeout. And the clock operator stops it at 1:35. It'll probably be more about 1:38 when the timeout was called. That's one of the dangers, though, about about kind of doing that type of onside kick or squibbing it. I mean, think about having maybe a guy like Javian Willis there, or even Dominic Paris that, you know, is a little more used to having the football in their possession opposed to Pacheco. Pacheco does have an interception on the year, but primarily used on defense. And maybe if made that man miss sooner, Pacheco would have had a return touchdown. A little bit of feel-good story now, as we will get to see Xavier Sandoval in at quarterback for the first time since week 3. Sandoval hurt his bicep against Glendale Prep. Actually, I beg your pardon, in the beginning of the game before in warm-ups, and he'll be out there to take the final 3 kneel downs as Coach Kindred trying to get every senior he can in for one final play. You see some compassion from Coach Kindred. You know, the game is over. Kingman Academy didn't get shut out. They go home with a little bit of pride, and you get to see your senior quarterback that just gut-wrenching got hurt in warm-ups take a couple more snaps. Sandoval will wisely wait to get the final 5-second countdown as now 4 seconds. He takes it with 3 in the play clock, and one more knee down, and this game will be officially over. Phoenix Christian moves to 8-2 on the year. Kingman Academy drops to 3-7. What a turnaround by this Phoenix Christian team. Coming into the year, they were coming off a 1-9 record. A lot of stuff went wrong in the program last year. You know, a lot of kids didn't come back. Some did, and well, for the seniors that did, it's been a real pleasure as Renteria and Sanchez dump the water cooler on Coach Kindred. You love to see it. As the whole team really gathers around their first-year head coach. And the Cougars will take a lot of momentum with them heading into the AIA playoffs next week. Seeding still to be determined as the rest of the fireworks are blown off here. What a way to end it, really, for the 2023 Phoenix Christian football regular season. A 41-point win. Finished the year 8-2, and you got a lot of momentum heading into the playoffs.
Once again, we would like to thank you all for coming out to the 7th.
We will have next week's AIA playoff game for you right here on the Phoenix Christian Football YouTube channel, where we stream, and who your Phoenix Christian Cougars will play is still to be determined. But for those of you that are anxious to know, the final seedings and rankings will be revealed tomorrow, sometime between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. on the AZ Preps radio show, and that's something that Phoenix Christian fans might want to watch a little bit closely, as trying to get that final home-seeded playoff game and take it away from Tunapa Valley and maybe even host Tunapa Valley, opposed to traveling away in that first round. But that'll wrap it up here from homecoming and senior night, and just an overall big day for Phoenix Christian football. Final score once again, Cougars 49, Tigers 8. I've been Nicholas Petrisky. It's been great being alongside you for this regular season of Phoenix Christian football, but for now, it's playoffs, and the Cougars will treat it as such, as will I. You'll lose and you are out. Cougars need to win to keep their season alive. Who will they try to do it against once again? That is still up for conversation. It's been a great regular season. Thank you for those of you that have tuned in and for your support of Phoenix Christian football all year long. From myself, the coaching staff here at Phoenix Christian, and the administration, we all thank you of your support and thanks of Phoenix Christian football. Final score once again, Cougars 49, Tigers 8. I'll wrap it up from Phoenix, Arizona. We'll see you next week from a location still TBD. Thank you, folks. Have a good night. And, of course, drive safe. Thank you.